Ah, that hurts. But don't worry, some skiers are lucky enough to feel very little or even no pain when they fall. Thanks to a material incorporated in their ski suits, American skiers at the last World Ski Championships that took place between the 3rd and the 12th of February last year in Aar in Sweden went down the slopes without hesitation. An English laboratory in Brighton in the south of England has developed a revolutionary technology of protecting the body against shocks and falls, known as d3o. It also applies to other sports.
D3o is based upon a very unique polymer, which I'll demonstrate the properties of it. It's a soft and flowable material, but when you try to move the material really quickly, or in a shock or an impact, it actually becomes extremely stiff and reacts against it, and absorbs a lot of the energy of the impact.
In fact, this material is very elastic and uses so-called intelligent molecules that turn around each other. At the slightest shock, these molecules lock together instantly. In this way, the material hardens and absorbs the impact due to their amazing speed reaction.
Interesting properties where it not only absorbs the energy of shock, but it also gives you a lot of energy back. If you start to explore the properties of these molecules, then you'll see that this thing is actually, or the molecules are actually very bouncy, and there's a lot of energy return. So we're seeing a benefit of both, where a lot of shock absorbing materials used in footwear actually do one or the other. They either give you good energy return, or they tend to absorb a lot of energy but are a bit mushy.
When applied to a shoe, this technology absorbs heavy impact and gives sports people great freedom of movement. Scientists already knew about the extraordinary elements of these molecules present in different fluids. The real innovation is the transformation of this liquid by the engineers of this laboratory into a pliable object that has preserved these intelligent molecules. For in developing this new technology of body protection, the laboratory's engineers had something precise on their minds.
Because as you know, in body protection you want the force to be spread over as large area as possible. And there's two things really we look at when we're looking at pressure sensitive film. It's the intensity of the color and the size of the signature. And you want the intensity, the color to be as low as possible, as pale as possible, and the size of the spread to be as large as possible.
Take a look at this. After having subjected the new material to 3 different impacts, we compare them to a normal protection accessory that has been subjected to the same shocks. These pressure films enable us to measure the level of protection against relatively intense impacts. At the top, the d3o technology, at the bottom, the usual protection accessory. We can clearly see that the new technology has the color that is the least intense. The shocks are therefore felt less with the new protection. We can also notice that the more violent the shock, the better distributed the impact.
And this means that the force coming through is spread over a larger area, making the probability of injury lower on the body side.
d3o technology is the exact opposite of what has existed up until now as far as protection is concerned. Flexible and soft, it molds itself to the forms of the joints it protects. It is incorporated into ski suits, gloves, shoes, and a whole lot of other articles. From champion to your everyday person, this technology protects from shocks and falls more efficiently. There will always be the risk of injury, but one thing is sure, it's something to write home about.